What's up? What's going on out there? Y'all know what time it is. It's your boy Easy Work Boxing, baby. About to hit you everywhere but under your feet with this one. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what time it is, man. Gotta give y'all some boxing talk. You understand me? Y'all know what's coming up soon tomorrow. We gotta talk about Jose Benavidez versus Danny Garcia. That's coming up. You know, we gotta talk about, you know, who you feel gonna win. I'm going with Jose Benavidez. I'm not trusting Danny Garcia. He making too many excuses. Yes. He's making too many excuses right now. Y'all give me 1 second right quick. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. I had to walk my old lady to the car. I had to be a gentleman. Had to walk my old lady to the car. Now, man, y'all know what's going on, you know, with the situation of Danny Garcia. Like I said before, I'm not going with the blames on the weight and this and that and the other. You had so many fights at welterweight. You know, I just can't believe that you didn't understand that you wasn't at a good weight. Now, all of a sudden, you say you are better at 154. You calling out Spence for rematches, which I don't see what the difference going to be. What he did to you at 147, I think he's going to do to you at 154. But, you know, that's the new, you know, excuse for Danny Garcia. Nobody's talking about the fact that he's ducked Terrence Crawford once again, like he did at 140. I said that in a video earlier. Now, Danny Garcia take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. This man's been a champion multiple times in his career. Had some losses that are not counted for. Mauricio Herrera. I have seen Danny Garcia adapt in certain fights against Matisse, where he moved around the ring. He became another fighter in that fight. I take nothing away from Danny Garcia, but I just think Danny Garcia is basically just fighting to continue his bank account being fat. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it heavy, to make sure everything is intact, you know, business. You know, he's a good businessman, but, you know, business falls, you know, things happen in business. And I guess he's just staying in the sport, you know, basically just to be, you know, fattening his pockets even more, which ain't nothing wrong with that at the same time. But I don't feel that Danny Garcia loves the sport of boxing. And I think that, you know, he's just saying that, you know, just to put on the front to make people, you know, come in and tune in to the Danny Garcia show, which I don't know when the Danny Garcia show was created, but, you know, now it's here and we will be seeing that on July 30th. But I think that the Benavidez camp is more passionate about the win. I think that they need to win more. I think that Jose Benavidez is coming out there to put a statement out there to show the world that he's back, you know, since his loss to Terrence Crawford, you know. And and people have to understand this, like I keep telling people. Jose Benavidez fought Terrence Crawford right after the shooting, right? Or a little bit after the shooting. He's healed since then, and he went 12 rounds until he was stopped by Terrence Crawford. Danny Garcia is a flat-footed fighter with a shorter reach. I don't think he'll be able to do what Terrence Crawford did. Not saying that he should do what Terrence Crawford did, but I don't see him being able to stop Jose Benavidez. So I'm riding with Jose all the way. I think Jose is going to knock out Danny Garcia. Honestly, I think Jose is going to be the first fighter to ever stop Danny Garcia. I think that's going to happen. I think that Danny is not the same fighter he used to be. I think that Danny Garcia is just, you know, all cap right now. You know, he just there to be there. Now, next on a channel we got to talk about is Wilder versus Chisora. Now, Chisora has a lot of losses. You know, he just won recently, from what I understand, which makes no difference with all the losses. But Chisora can sell tickets, which is a UK fighter. I think that would be a great fight for Deontay Wilder to go over there and pursue with Derek Chisora. A lot of people may disagree. A lot of people may not see Derek Chisora as a highlighted fighter to go and fight. But over there in the UK, Derek Chisora sells tickets. And what better for Deontay Wilder to come back over there, get him some money, get him some UK money, get known in the UK. Well, he already known in the UK from fighting Tyson Fury. But that would be a good fight for him, I feel. You know, Andy Ruiz tied up. A lot of people keep talking about Andy Ruiz versus Deontay Wilder. Why, I don't know. I think Deontay Wilder will knock out Andy Ruiz in about the third round, somewhere like that. I think a lot of people are giving Andy Ruiz too much notoriety for him beating Anthony Joshua, which I feel was a rigged fight. A lot of people don't feel that way, but I've seen champions cry when they win belts, not jump up and down like they won a family pack of Snickers. But you take it the way you want to take it. I just keep it real on the sport of boxing, in my opinion. And if you don't understand that boxing is rigged, then you're not a real fan of the sport of boxing. You're a casual. So I understand why some people leave my channel. Said Triple G look like he finna go to a nursing home. Exactly. That's why Canelo Alvarez waited 4 years to fight Triple G. You know, I look at the fight and I watched Canelo Alvarez, Triple G versus each other in the first fight. And Canelo really, in my opinion, that fight could have won a draw, or you could have gave it to Triple G. But it could have really won a draw. And I thought about it then. I said Triple G was actually younger then. See, the problem with Triple G is Triple G has no athleticism. He has no athleticism at all. His reaction time is slow. He's a Kambosos Jr. That's what's wrong with Triple G. He's a Kambosos Jr., y'all. Reaction time slow, even though he has one of the best jabs in boxing. A lot of people gonna miss reaction time with reflexes. No, that's not what I'm saying. Reflexes are different than reaction time. Triple G's reaction time is super slow. But he has a great jab. He got his reflexes. Reflexes are different. I mean, reaction time involves your reflexes, but Triple G reflexes are shot. Going against a fighter like Canelo, especially if Canelo is on that juice, just go back and look at Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders, and you will clearly see what I'm talking about when I say on that juice. Powerful, fast, very powerful and fast. So if he on that juice, Triple G is in trouble, but I'm sure Triple G, due to the fact of knowing that he busted him the last time, you know, when Canelo Alvarez was out there talking about it was in his meat, they will be testing him again. I'm sure of that. So the Canelo Alvarez that fought Bivol will possibly be the same Canelo Alvarez that fights Triple G, because he won't be able to get on that juice. See, a lot of people saying, oh, this is not Canelo. I couldn't train the same way. It's not that he couldn't train the same way. The juice ran out his system. He thought he still had it inside of him when he fought Bivol. Look at Canelo when he did the year run to be undisputed. The reason he did the year run to be undisputed is because he was off the juice. Steroids help you even after you take it. So that year run was him on juice, pursuing to be undisputed. This is no hate. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. All fighters take steroids, in my opinion. If they're smart enough, they should. But at the end of the day, Canelo did that year run being undisputed because he was on the juice. And I'm just telling you the truth of my opinion. My opinion. I ain't saying facts. I said my opinion. You understand me? Now, I also hear Chris Eubank Jr. is supposed to be fighting Conor Benn. I don't know how this fight has happened. Chris Eubank Jr. campaigned at what, 154, 160 now, or something like that. Why is he dropping down to 147, putting himself? See, Chris Eubank Jr. is a fame junkie to me because that's a stupid fight to put yourself in and drop down to 147 to fight Conor Benn. He a fame junkie. I think Chris Eubank Jr. wants to steal the spotlight, the little spotlight that Conor Benn has. Because why would Chris Eubank Jr. even accept a fight from Conor Benn when y'all are not even in the same weight class? Why? But hey, it's all about money at the end of the day. Maybe don't nobody else, Jamal Charlo, when he was drunk, said he wanted Chris Eubank Jr. But he was drunk. And there ain't no hate. I'm telling the truth. Y'all saw it yourself. Charlo was drunk when he said he wanted Demetrius Andrade Benavidez. The only reason he said it is because he was being taunted. On his Instagram. Nobody else's, his Instagram. Now, as y'all see, the link is up. If y'all want to come on the channel, you're welcome to come on the channel to talk about boxing. The link is up. I have no problem with that. Go to StreamYard. Give them your email address. You'll be right on the channel. Y'all know what to do, baby. Easy. Can Jose Benavidez beat this old man Garcia? To be honest with you, I can't really say. Really say because you can't doubt Danny Garcia because Danny Garcia is a seasoned fighter. Been a champion multiple times, been in the ring with some of the best. You can look at Jose Benavidez's resume and say that he has not stepped into the same waters that Danny Garcia has. But I just feel that due to the timing and the situation of what it is now, I don't think Danny Garcia is going to be able to get off on Jose Benavidez. I just don't see it. I see more hunger from the Benavidez side. And that's who I'm riding with. Nothing against Danny, but I just don't see the hunger in Danny anymore. The will to win anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I feel about it. Y'all welcome to come on to the panel. There go the link. Oh, Tank versus Garcia. Now, you know what's real hurtful about this situation with Tank versus Garcia? Before we can even get the juice running in our system for the fight, basically, Steven Espinoza comes out to the public and basically tells us that basically there will be no fight. But my question is, why will there not be any fight? We as fans, we go into the business side and we're not making a dime off the business side. We don't care about the business side. I want to see Ryan Garcia versus Tank. I don't care about the timing is right. I don't care about pay-per-view numbers because they're going to do numbers together if they make the fight. These two fighters need to fight each other. Ryan Garcia wants to fight. I don't know if Tank wants to fight because what people have to understand is that Steven Espinoza is in link with Al Heyman, Floyd Mayweather. So at the same time, that little video that he did and put out talking about the timing ain't right, this, that, and the other, could be only to help Mayweather Promotions not make the fight. Because y'all have to remember at one point, Leonard Ellerby said himself that talking about the fight too much don't make the fight. Now, this was when Garcia was calling out Tank, and then he wanted to go make a Manny Pacquiao exhibition match, which was crazy. Thumbs down to Ryan Garcia for doing it. But at the same time, they have already showed before that Mayweather Promotions does not want to make this fight. When a CEO of a company of Mayweather Promotions tell you that if two fighters talk about it too much or a fighter talks about fighting another fighter too much, it won't be made, which is the most ridiculous thing I ever heard in my life, then that should basically tell you the fight is not going to be made. Which is sad because I see Oscar De La Hoya doing everything he can, bending his knee, his will, to get a fight with Mayweather, to consider Tank even stepping in the ring with Ryan Garcia. But it's not going to go that way, y'all, because they use Steven Espinoza as a bulletproof vest to go out there and tell the public there won't be a fight against Ryan Garcia versus Tank. Go to business and this and that. But the business is always good when Tank fights a nobody. The fights are easily made when you fight Nunez's and old, what's his name? Gamboa's, Isaac Cruz's, Raleigh Romero's. Those fights are easily made. But when it's time to step in the ring with somebody who can possibly catch Tank, I know what people say. Ryan Garcia sticks his chin up too high. Okay, that's true. But what about the possibility that he can clip Tank and hurt Tank too? That's what I want to see the fight for. Not to see Tank lose, but I just want to see a good fight. That's what we're not getting. That's what we're not seeing in the sport of boxing right now. I don't know what's going on. It's a lot of money grabbing. We got Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman Jr. That's the biggest thing that's basically going on. Really? That's what we could talk about? Really? That's the juiciest thing. Excuse me for saying juicy, but that's what the only word I can use right now. Juiciest thing going on in boxing right now. Really. Then we got Spence versus Crawford. We sitting up here waiting like ducks for a fight that probably ain't gonna even happen. They just ain't gonna tell us. We got Spence fans looking and dying for a reason to blame Terrence Crawford in this fight. They looking for a reason because they know in their heart their favorite fighter, Spence, has been ducking this man for years. So they are literally looking and searching and dying for a reason. Dying for a reason to say that Terrence Crawford is ducking Errol Spence. And 9 times out of 10, you know the contract situation is what's stopping this fight. Because Steven Espinosa just exposed how they do their work. Basically, they probably gonna want Terrence Crawford to sign with them for 3-4 fights in order to fight Errol Spence. They won't let Demetrius Andrade fight Charlo unless Demetrius Andrade signs a 1-fight, 2-fight deal with PBC. That's basically what Steven Espinosa was telling the public when he was talking about Charlo versus Andrade. They came to him with an offer, but the offer was he do a fight here and do a fight there, then he fight. No. Don't nobody want to sign with PBC. Let's make the fight without that. See, that's the same thing that Bob Arum did to, what's his name? Devin Haney. Oh, in order for you to become undisputed, you're gonna sign this 2-fight deal, and it's gonna be out of your area fight. It's gonna be out of the United States. We're gonna take you over there to Australia 2 times. If you want to be undisputed that bad, sign this contract. If you really want to be the king of the ring, sign this contract, sir. Like I told you to the people watching, well, ain't number 3 of y'all right now. You know what I'm saying? The link is up. You are welcome to come on the panel. You can talk to me about boxing. Let's go in, baby. Now let me go back. See some more of this news and what's going on in the sport of boxing. Jose Benavidez picks Crawford over Spence. Not impressed with Jermell Charlo. Oh, I seen that video. Well, I didn't see that video, but I saw that title. I'm sure that Charlo will be coming for Benavidez, but that'll be after we see what Benavidez does to Danny Garcia. So he has to go out there and put on a spectacular show, especially with the trash he's talking. Josh Kelly, he's gonna be fighting Batista in the next event. I guess that's tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. Josh Kelly, you know, he's supposed to be so bad trying to get his rematch with Jack Catterall. The reason you're trying to get that rematch so bad is because you lost. That's why. Ortiz Jr. versus McKinson. I like to see this fight. This is the same fight when Virgil Ortiz Jr. came out and told the public he had a deadly disease or something that was wrong with him that was possibly fatal. And then the next thing you know, he back boxing. In my opinion, Virgil Ortiz, was you on that juice and you didn't have time to get off? Because it's real funny that you, Ryan Garcia, and all these fighters are coming up with all these major excuses. You know, it's seriousness that y'all are talking about. You know, Ryan Garcia said he had mental health issues. You coming out saying you had an illness that could become fatal. And next thing you know, you back fighting. So, you know, for me to say that you was possibly on steroids, you know, it's not far-fetched, shall I say. It's not far-fetched. You know, a lot of these fighters are blaming a lot of things, depression. Tyson Fury, you know, he started it. You know, depression and this, that, and other. And, you know, and now it goes on and on, mental health issues. And, you know, come on now. You know, everybody ain't that, and we ain't that slow around here, Ortiz Jr. You had a fatal disease and now you back in the ring set for August 6th. Your God is an awesome God. Who reigns from heaven above. Ain't that, I'm just being real. Ain't that something serious now? All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you got a fatal disease, and now you're going to be fighting August 6th. Got to be something going on. Got to be something going on. But AB, shall we not forget Adrian Broner? How can we forget about AB fighting Omar Figueroa? I say low budget Marcos Maidana. Doesn't really have the power of a Marcos Maidana, but he has the punch output of a Marcos Maidana. Hoping that Adrian Broner is able to, you know, put more out there than what he does, throw more punches, more counters, you know, not be the single shot AB trying to be pretty, trying to be like Floyd Mayweather. Hopefully, AB has really changed. Or is AB back to get that check? Either way with me, because AB is such a real dude. I don't care if he coming to get the check or not. AB is a talented fighter. AB excites us as boxing fans. AB still sell tickets. Hate him or love him, AB do his thing. Just as we sitting here right now, all of us will be willing to tune in to any fight that Adrian Broner has. I support Adrian Broner to the fullest. Keep doing your thing, my boy. In this world, a lot of people gonna judge your AB, but the only person who's gonna judge you that matter is the Most High, baby. So do you, man? Do you? Y'all see the link up there. Y'all are welcome to come on if you want to. I told y'all what time it is. I also told y'all, hey, easy going back to the videos that got on them numbers, baby. We're going to go back to that. I see people want to leave, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do, baby. But he's going to always love this sport of boxing and keep getting you that 100%. No bias, talk, no racism. So it's on you, boo. It's on you. Now, I got to ask y'all this. Who do y'all think is holding up this fight between Crawford and Spence? Y'all hit that like button as you watch. Please hit that like button as you watch. I got 6 people on. Can I get 6 likes? Who do y'all think is holding this fight up between Crawford and Spence? Because somebody got to be holding this fight. Or what do you think is holding the fight? What do you think is possibly holding this fight? We got Adrian Broner back at 140. I'd love to see him versus Regis Prograis. You know, they was talking a lot of trash towards each other a little while back. He's at 140. Adrian Broner is now campaigning at 1. I never thought Adrian Broner would go back to 140. Could that show the seriousness of Adrian Broner going back to 140? Because I mean, he'll have to be in good condition, well. I say not well, but very focused in order for him to get to 140. So is this a new change in Adrian Broner to go back to 140? Could that be Adrian Broner showing the public that he's more focused now as a fighter? I hope it is not a catch weight. I hope Adrian Broner show a 144 and all that, Nah. But y'all got to remember, at one point, AB was so powerful in the game that he made Sean Porter actually fight him at a catch weight. This is how powerful AB was. So when people say this and that about AB was on his way to be the next Floyd Mayweather. AB was so powerful, he created a weight class in between 140 and 147 and made Sean Porter fight him at that weight class. That's how powerful AB was at the time, even after a loss. Even after a loss. Shall I remind you? It's hard to have faith in AB, especially with his mindset since he's been back, leaving out the press conferences. Like I said, AB should be in a suit and tie, very focused, and that'll make fans come back and draw back. But as long as AB acts the way he's acting now, a lot of fans are not interested. They see AB as washed up. I don't care if he washed up or not. Still do your thing, AB. A lot of fans are looking at it. He still has the same mentality, and he'll go out there and do the same thing he's been doing. And basically, to be honest with you, yeah, that's how it's looking. Yeah, that's how it's looking. But we shall see. We shall see. It's hard to have faith in Adrian Broner because of what he's, been through in the sport of boxing and all he's seen. But I believe in AB. I think AB can come back and do a lot of things in the sport of boxing. One fight they need to hurry up and have because I'm tired of even hearing about it is Usyk versus Joshua. Is this fight gonna happen next year? Or what? You know what I'm saying? When is this fight gonna happen? I'm so tired of hearing about Usyk versus Joshua. Let me look at this up and see. Let me click on this and see. When is Usyk versus Joshua? August 20th. Okay. It feels like it's been a year. Honestly. It feels like it's been a year we've been waiting on Usyk versus Joshua. Robert Garcia. I'm going to go with Joshua on this one because Robert Garcia is a hell of a trainer. I think he's a racist. I've said that. Take nothing away from him still. He's a hell of a trainer. I've seen him change Marcos Maidana. It's only dude to counter Floyd Mayweather. I always have to say that. Because how can you not say that? Have you ever seen anybody counter Floyd Mayweather's full counter? Yeah, Marcos Maidana did that. Give him a shout out for that. And he also wears Floyd Mayweather too on his chain. Marcos Maidana is a gangster. Right here, usually Joshua not going to be televised in the States due to license. They should have never took it to the UK anyway. I mean, to Dubai anyway. That is a UK fan fight. Why is that fight going to the UK? People need to pay attention when I keep saying there's a lot of money grabbing going on. Why would y'all do a fight with Anthony Joshua in Saudi Arabia? Who watched boxing in Saudi Arabia? How many AJ fans are in Saudi Arabia? How many Usyk fans are in Saudi Arabia? People should really be sitting there thinking, like, why are they doing this? It's a lack of money running somewhere, y'all. And it's something that we don't know about going on in this world. Because we got a UK-based fighter who is well known to sell tickets fight in Saudi Arabia. Why is that happening? Y'all got to think about the name Dubai. 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 When you see your celebrities over there, your favorite rappers over there, Dubai. That's all I'm gonna say. They're all money talks BS Walsh. You're right, sir. You're right, sir. McDonald versus Crawford would have been crazy. Yes, that would have been. Yes, that would have been. But Crawford would have destroyed Marcos McDonald. Well, I don't know about the new Marcos McDonald after training with Robert Garcia. I can't say that because he used that jab and he was more dangerous before he left the game after fighting Floyd Mayweather. So I really can't say versus Terrence Crawford. And y'all know I got a lot of respect for Terrence Crawford. But McDonald was an animal. McDonald was a street fighter. McDonald made Victor Ortiz second-guess boxing after he stopped him. So McDonald was no joke, y'all. Don't look at it, oh, because Floyd beat him. McDonald was easy. No, McDonald was not easy. He was not easy at all. I promise you that. Now we got Shakur Stevenson coming up next up versus Rob Consequia. That's another whooping for Rob Consequia. He's gonna get beat by Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is an animal. I want to see him versus Devin Haney. Devin Haney is saying he's not gonna have to fight Kambosos in that rematch. I think that's a lie, y'all. You signed your name on a dotted line, sir. You said you was gonna fight that man twice in Australia. They gonna get their fight. I keep telling y'all, Bob Arum used to be a lawyer. You ain't finna beat Bob Arum in no paperwork. Now, the only way you gonna see Devin Haney fight somebody probably he let go of them belts or he buy himself out of something, which I don't know the business side like that. So if I said that, somebody like, you don't know what the hell he's talking about. I don't. But I know he got to fight that man. And I think they're going to rob the hell out of Devin Haney. They're going to find all he got to do is make the fight close. People to myself, man, look at the first fight. Look at what he did. Okay, look at the first fight. Kambosos Jr. and I'm looking at the first fight. All they got to do is make it look even closer. That's it. And they can rob Devin Haney. Why you think they set the fight up over there for the rematch the second time anyway? To rob him. It don't take a rocket scientist to see that. They're gonna rob him. They're gonna look at the tape, they're gonna adapt to the tape and find other ways to try to beat Devin Haney. And they're gonna make it a close fight. And then next thing you know, oh, Kambosos Jr. has shocked the world, 2-time undisputed champion. Well, unified champion now, undisputed champion. Y'all know I ain't telling y'all no lie. I'm not gonna give you nothing but the truth. Let me see. There's Jake Paul. It's sad that Jake Paul gets so much, you know what I'm saying, limelight in the sport of boxing. It really is. All the better be versus Demetrius Bivol needs to be made, says Andre Ward. I would like to see that fight. I'm going with Bivol. I'm going with Bivol over Better Be simply because he's already faced the biggest name in boxing, which if anybody could have intimidated him for real, it probably would have been Canelo, but not really since Canelo was at a lower weight class. But I don't see Bivol bending his knee to any opponent. And by that, I mean being afraid of Better Be and, you know, what he's accomplished in the sport of boxing and who he's beat. I see Bivol, you know, looking at that as more of an accomplishment for him to beat Better Be. So I'm going with Billboard on Archer Benavidez fight. Cambosa Jr. tells Teofimo Lopez stop being a BI. Well, I agree with that. Because to this day, Teofimo Lopez still cannot accept the fact that he lost to Cambosa Jr. Why? I don't know. He said the zone set him up and all this other stuff. Ain't nobody set you up. You lost. Ain't nobody set you up. I don't think Killer Cam can mess with Devin in no kind of way. He's too well skilled. Yes, Devin Haney is well skilled, but there's ways to beat Devin Haney. You just have to have game plan. Cambosa Jr. reaction time is slow, which is bad for a fighter like Devin Haney, who has a great jab and who has great reflexes. So Cambosa Jr. next fight should be body attack. He shouldn't worry about the head. Body attack. That's all Cambosa Jr. needs to work and focus on. Head, head. I mean, body, head, body, body. Head, body. And he needs to focus more on the body. That's what I think will save Cambosa Jr. in the next fight. But all that head hunting and trying to outbox Devin Haney, you're going to lose. You don't have the reflexes. You don't have the reaction time. No. So that's why I feel it's going to happen in that fight. Well, it looks like ain't none of y'all going to come on. And I done got a little hungry, we're sitting here doing all this talking. And, I love y'all. I thank y'all for y'all support, but it looks like I'm going to have to go and get off. But I'm going to see y'all in a minute. Talk to y'all in a while. I'll let your boy Easy Work Boxing, man. I'm out.